I put the legs down, or I should say the feet, on a couple of pressure treated boards. Like so. Like so. Okay. I'm going to try to get it fairly level. I don't know if it's really critical or not, but it's a personality thing. I like things to have things square and level. All right, so that's pretty close right there. Pretty close. Of course, I'm eyeballing it. These are kind of neat. The legs. It's a real simple setup. You have these legs that slide down, these brackets right here. They're just clamps. I'm gonna turn them because there's just a little protrusion there, so they don't slide past that protrusion. So you have to turn them, drop them down. Okay, tighten the clamp. And on the other side. Now, see, it's sitting kind of level, just the way it is. I'm pretty close to it. So now, I'm actually going to crank up the landing gear just a little bit to put a bit of a load on these rear legs. And once I crank up the landing gear some, I will lower these legs here and let most of the weight on the legs as opposed to being on the tires, and nothing on the tongue. Honestly, I don't know if this is the proper way to do it, but it's the way I'm going to do it. So yeah, so now I get some pressure on those rear feet. Okay, now I'll take the pressure off the landing gear and I'll crank it right up. There. Beautiful day today. I'm going to set up Yappy. Rained all day yesterday. My gloves are soaked. We'll make do. So I'm going to get it all set up, get it all ready. I'm not going to actually do any splitting or any processing today because the backhoe's over at the shop where we're still setting up the storage container for our new inspection area. So that's going to stay there for another week or so. And then once I get it back, I I can start processing wood so I can put it right in the bucket. I don't like to drop wood on the ground because the ground is wet, picks up a lot of dirt. It's just going to be nasty wood. So I'll get it all set up for now, get it all ready. This thing down the road, I like to secure everything. I use a bungee cord here. We've got safety chains on this. So I'm going to take this stuff all off. Get it ready to go. Little latch mechanism right here to hold the infeed conveyor up out of the way. It's pretty good. It's a spring-loaded rig. I don't know if I entirely trust it. That's why I wrapped a bungee cord around here also and tied it off just so it doesn't go banging down going down the road. To unlock this, then there's this cross brace. That's it. I put a little, because the belt doesn't exactly track straight from once. Hello, I'm over here. Come on, focus. So the belt doesn't actually track straight from one end to the other end. So I put a ratchet strap on here just to kind of tug it over just a little bit to keep it fairly centered on the conveyor. It's pretty high tech, I know. Whoops, and we're sitting on the handle. That's not good. There we go. Seems a little corny, but it does the trick. There's a safety chain on it. Held on with a shackle. And we've got to get the light bar out of the way. Put the pin back in. There. Cable stuck. This chain keeps the belt from sliding all the way down and just unraveling, going right onto the ground. That's what that does. So now I'll crank this up where I want it. There's good. Now, very important. Put my gong on here. Gotta have the gong. Don't ask me why. Okay. So that is just about it. Conveyor's up at about the same angle it was at before. It's all secured on the feet. I'll keep this knife in here for the time being. The other one I just put underneath the machine, keep it out of the way. See if these rollers are lining up pretty well. Well, a little bit much. I probably need to swing the machine over just a little bit. Or I could crank these over some. Yeah, no, I gotta crank the machine over just a little bit. Don't know how that's gonna go. Sitting in the same tire marks that was in before. I think I'll leave it. Leave it right where it is. Well, we'll test it out and see. I'm not sure things line up all that well, but we'll test it and see. So now I'll get the other knife. I know what I forgot to do. I want to set up the canopy up over the machine, so for the next maybe month before the snow flies, I can at least keep the rain off me if I decide to come out here and do some processing. So I'll set the canopy up next. It's a bit of a bear, just doing it with one person, but let's do it.